Class 11th, Subject Accountancy, Chapter 2, Lecture 6. Hello dear students. As you know that we are studying basic accounting terms a lot of in this chapter. So let's start our topics. Today's topics. First of all, creditor. Yesterday, we have read debtors. What do you mean by debtor? Debtor is a person or company whom we sell goods or services. Fine. And what do you mean by creditor? Creditor is a person or company who provides credit to another person or company. That means functions as a creditor. Fine. Suppose if you take a mortgage or car loan at your bank, then the bank is your creditor and you are the debtor of the bank. But if you buy a bond, you are the creditor because the money you pay to buy the bond is actually a loan to the issuer. Understood this term creditor? So creditor is a person who provides credit to another person. Fine. Or it may be a company also who functions as a creditor. Definition of debtor and creditor. A debtor is a person or enterprise that owes money to another party. The party to whom the money is owed might be a supplier, bank, or other lender who is referred to as the creditor. Fine. And definition of creditor is a creditor is a person, bank, or other enterprise that has lent money or extended credit to another party. So the party to whom the credit has been granted is the debtor. Suppose A and B are there. A has given some amount to B, some goods to B in return to some amount on credit. Fine. In that case, B will be his debtor and A will be the creditor of B. Fine. Understood the definition of creditor and debtor? Now we can say example of debtor and creditor. Assume that a company borrows money from its bank. So the company is the debtor and the bank is the creditor. Fine. And if a manufacturer sells merchandise to a retailer with terms of net 30 days, suppose a manufacturer sells goods to a retailer with the terms of net 30 days, the manufacturer is the creditor and retailer is the debtor. Fine, in that case. Now definition of bills payable. A bill payable is a document which shows the amount owed for goods and or services received on credit. Means not paid at the time that the goods and services were received. The provider of goods and services is referred to as the supplier or vendor. Whosoever is providing goods and services to the consumer, he will be known as supplier or vendor. So a bill payable is known as unpaid vendor invoice. Understood? Suppose somebody has drawn bills of exchange for some debtor, and if he is ready, if debtor is accepted, has already accepted the amount given to him, given to the creditor, in that case bills of exchange will be bills receivable for the creditor and bills payable for the debtor. Fine. Now bills payable means when the firm made credit purchases at the time creditor write bills on the firm. I told you now that amount firm and creditor both are accepted. So it is called the bills payable. Fine. The bills receivable means like which here firm writes the bill on debtor at that amount paid to this will pay in future. This is called bills receivable. Fine. So this is the difference between bills payable and bills receivable. Example of bills payable are a monthly telephone bill, a monthly bill for the electricity used, a bill for repairs that were completed, the bill for merchandise. Merchandise means goods for resale. Fine. And purchased by a retailer on credit. Fine. All these terms we include in bills payable. Now next term is goods. What do you mean by goods? Goods means as the product in which the firm is dealing. Goods means the product in which the firm is dealing. It is buying and selling the product, or it is producing the product and selling it. So the items so purchased or purchase are part of stock in trade or business entity. For example, if the firm is dealing in furniture, buys chairs and tables is termed as goods. But if the firm dealing in hardware items buys a table or chair, it will be considered as an asset. You know, assets under the head furniture and not goods. So goods we can see here a raw material or product that is bought or and sold commercially, articles of commerce, commodity, all these are termed as goods. Fine. So similarly, stationery items are goods to a dealer of stationery, but for a firm dealing in electrical appliances, it is an expense and not the goods. Understood the term goods? Now see goods in accounting. Goods in transit refers to inventory items and other products that have been shipped by a seller but have not yet reached the purchaser. When goods are in transit at the end of an accounting period, they require special accounting attention since the goods are not physically present at either the seller's or the buyer's location. Are you getting me? Goods in transit means they are in transit refers to inventory items. We can say any stock and other products that have been shipped by a seller, that a seller shipped. Fine. But have not yet reached the purchaser. When goods are in transit at the end of accounting period, they require special accounting attention since the goods are not physically present, at either the seller's or the buyer's location because sellers has already sent that and buyer did not receive that. Fine. Next term is discount. What do you mean by discount? In simple terms, discount is an allowance or concession in price. Discount is given so that the buyer is induced to place an order or later to make payment in time. What do you mean by induced here? Induced or lured means brought about or caused, not spontaneous. Fine, on the spot it is not received. Fine. So discount can also be referred to as deduction in price. The seller deducts the discount from the gross or total price, and the buyer is supposed to pay the net amount. Fine. So any type of reduction in price of the goods by the business entity to its customer is called discount. Understood this term? Now types of discount. There are two types of discount, cash discount and trade discount. Fine. Cash discount and trade discount. So what is cash and trade discount? First of all, cash discount. Cash discount is an allowance or concession given by the seller to the buyer. This discount is offered to encourage the buyer for quick payment or settlement. So it is allowed for immediate payment of cash or payment within a short period. Fine. So the cash discount is normally shown in the quotation and invoice. Means bill. It is deductible from the total price and the buyer is requested to pay only to the net amount. So cash discount is usually stated in the percentage form. Fine. So the discount that is given by the seller to the buyer at the time of for the prompt payment, for making the prompt payment at the time of purchase only. Fine. Or to make payment within the specific time. Then it will be recorded as a cash discount. Fine. Now trade discount. Trade discount is a reduction in the catalog price of the goods allowed only if the quantity ordered by the buyer is quite large. Its purpose is to encourage the buyer to make bulk purchases. Fine. So it is allowed on cash as well as on credit sales. The trade discount is not shown in the books of account. So the trade discount is calculated as some percentage of the catalog price. It varies, means differ according to the quantity of order. Fine. So trade discount means when a dealer of goods is allowed reduction in the price of goods at a fixed percentage on the list price or catalog price by the another dealer while making sales. Then it is called trade discount. Fine. See, under cash discount, two terms are there, discount allowed or discount received. What do you mean by discount allowed or discount received? A discount allowed is when the seller of goods or services grants a payment discount to a buyer. This discount is frequently an early payment discount on credit sale. But it can also be for another reasons, such as discount for paying cash up front, or for buying in high volume, or for buying during a promotion period, and when goods or services are offered at a reduced price. It may also apply to discounted purchase of specific goods that the seller is trying to eliminate from stocks, maybe to make way of new models. Understood this term? So if an early payment discount is there, when see, discount allowed is when the seller of goods or services grants a payment. Seller ने discount दिया, that means that is discount allowed for him, and buyer ने discount लिया, that means that is discount received for the buyer. So both of these terms are to be very easy to understand, but you have to make difference between whether it is for the buyer or seller. Fine. So discount allowed is frequently an early payment discount on credit sale. But it can also be for another reason, such as discount for paying cash up front or buying in high volume. Fine. Or for buying during a promotion period when goods are offered at a reduced price. Fine. So it may also apply to discounted purchase of specific goods that the seller is trying to eliminate from the stocks. Fine. Maybe the consumer choices or taste is has changed. That's why he's preparing or he's producing new goods. He's preparing strategies to produce new goods. That's why so discount allowed and discount received terms are there. Fine. So your homework is just to learn all these terms, whatever we have read today. Creditors, bills payable, goods, discount, discount allowed, discount received, cash discount, and trade discount. Learn all these terms along with the previous terms that we have read of this chapter. Fine. And note down in your notebook as well, fair notebook. See, a discount received is the reverse situation where the buyer of goods or services is granted a discount by the seller. So the examples just noted for discount allowed has also applied to discount received. Fine. These points also you have to take in consideration. Now your homework is you just learn all these terms and note down in your fair notebook.